Alright guys, it's April 29th, 2022, and here are today's updates. I'm really sorry that my updates have been so incredibly late, but I've been gone on business for the last 3 days, and I only got home an hour ago, and I did most of my research on the ferry home tonight. I'll be back to posting at reasonable times tomorrow. So yesterday I was telling you guys that Mariupol was getting hit pretty hard by Russian forces and that one strike damaged the makeshift hospital where they were taking care of injured people. Well, today news came out to say that one soldier was definitely unalived in this attack. And according to the mayor of Mariupol, before the shelling of the field hospital at the Azovstal plant, the number of wounded was 170 and now it's over 600. According to him, Russian troops are still continuing to use heavy weapons and dropping aerial bombs, so there seems to be no hope for a ceasefire. Also, more news about the missile attack in Kyiv yesterday surfaced today, saying that on top of injuring 10 people, one person was found unalived under the rubble created by the strike that damaged that residential building. This person was Vera Hiric. She was a producer for Radio Free Europe. Sumy Oblast was attacked with mortars more than 30 times this morning. No casualties have yet been reported. In Kharkiv Oblast, one person was unalived and 5 were injured today. Today, we have news that Russian troops tortured and unalived 27-year-old combat medic Serhiy Bolvinov in Kharkiv's Oblast Izium district. The State Committee for Television and Radio Broadcasting in Ukraine has reported 243 Russian crimes against journalists today. The crimes have included unaliving, injury, abduction, threats, and shelling of TV towers. Overall, since the start of the invasion, 7 journalists were unalived, 17 went missing, 14 passed away as combatants or from Russian shelling when they weren't on duty, 9 were wounded, and 8 journalists were abducted. According to Ukrainian ombudswoman Lyudmila Denisova, Russian forces are not allowing men to enter or exit Mariupol, while all residents are forced to undergo a special procedure called filtration, where Russian forces question and often torture civilians. Britain will apparently be sending 8,000 troops to join NATO forces across Europe in one of the largest shared deployments since the Cold War. Now for some good news at the end. Ukraine has liberated a village north of Kharkiv, Ruskva Lozova. According to the armed forces, the settlement was of strategic importance as Russian troops used the village as a base for artillery attacks on Kharkiv. Ukrainian forces have blown up the bridge across the Siversky Donets River along with some Russian rail cars, making it impossible for Russian troops to go by rail to the city of Liman. This is a town just a bit further northeast than Sloviansk, and this is important because this is an area Russia wants to capture but hasn't been able to yet. Ukraine's air forces said that 10 Russian aerial targets were destroyed, which included an Su-25 assault plane and 9 Orlan 10 UAVs. That's it for tonight. Until next time, Slava Ukraini!